Hi, so my name's Aditya. So I'll be talking to you about the research part of the NEA. So identifying and investigating design possibilities. So it's worth 10 marks of your NEA. I think this is the part of the NEA where you're not really bound by anything. There are no limits kept on you, so you can look at anything and everything relating to the context given to you. So you can look at. So from my context, it was healthy lifestyle. So I looked at addiction, encouraging physical activity, diet, avoiding, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, lack of sleep, mental health, and target audience. So I think one thing that's applicable to, like, doesn't matter what context you're given, is looking at target audience. So looking at different demographics of the population, and it doesn't have to be age in this case. You can look at socioeconomic groups, um, jobs, or whatever. Doesn't have to be limited to age. And there's a part of the NEA where you really go into as much detail as possible and explore. So in this section of the NEA, um, I um, talked about research for my product. So I did 7 surveys, looked at ergonomic data. So for the surveys, you can look at anything and everything relating to the product. So art movements, design movements, colors for the product, material preferences, measurements, ergonomic data, basically, interviews with your client, what your client likes, what to keep in mind while making the product, and yeah, then outline your design problem, briefly look at the potential range of customers that you're trying to target, and um, just briefly look at, explain and describe your client's profile, and talk about the research tasks um, you're gonna undertake to help you apply information towards your product. And then while analyzing existing products, um, look at products that are already in the market, um, talk about their prices, materials used, anything and everything, like features, and doesn't have to be bound to the problem, like specifically to the problem that you're looking at. So I looked at a fanny pack. So for my NEA, I I was making pill organizer. So I looked at a fanny pack because it also helps. It's another thing that helps you organize stuff. So after that, I just summarized my research, and so in my product analysis, what did I do? Um, and research on art movements, ergonomic data, visits to my client's house, and investigating design movements. So this is a section where you really just summarize whatever you've done, um, how you're going to apply it to your NEA, and certain things that you have to keep in mind. Um, and so far, like, your research hasn't really been focused towards your product, but you're gonna basically summarize um, how you're gonna take certain information to help you out with making the product um, as suitable as possible. And one thing to note is that I think it's very useful to put down a summary box at the bottom of each slide, just to summarize whatever you've done on that slide. Um, and in this part of the NEA, I think you shouldn't be bound by just finishing this part in the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I finished this part later as well. Like, I just tried developing this part of the NEA later because I got more clarity. So don't just think that this is like the only part that I can focus on. So that's it for research. In the next episode, I'll be looking at design brief and specification.